How about doing a show I've seen?
Well, you don't watch good stuff. It's not my problem.
You recommended this movie.
Which is
You're
so
gonna
cool.
say that when you recommended this movie? You gave this a 10 out of 10.
Yeah. I mean,
The critics gave it a 10 out of 100. Welcome to In Between the Scenes, the show where movie-loving friends dive deep into films we love. I gotta do that again. Welcome to In Between the Scenes, the show where movie-loving friends dive deep into films that we love, that we hate, and movies that we love to hate. We break down the films. Pop. Welcome to In Between the Scenes, the show where movie-loving friends dive deep into films that we love, films that we hate, and films that we love to hate. We dive deep into the hits, the misses, and everything in between, one reel at a time.
I'm Sparsh.
I'm Oliver.
And get ready. Grab your coats. Get your Velcro shoes on. The game is starting with today's feature, Holmes and Watson.
He did occasionally. He did work. He would work in the attic. We wouldn't normally disturb him that much because the attic is like we would chill in the basement, and then that would have been up like 3 flights of stairs.
So the most fun area and the least fun
area.
area.
Yeah, exactly. You know, we didn't have any. It was weird, and there were squirrels living in our fucking attic, and so I never wanted to go up there. And it was an uncomfortable room, and it was squeaky. But we'd go in the office, and going into the office and watching him work was fun. I never watched him work though. I would just fucking fuck off. Do something, lie on the couch, watch some movies. Yeah. What about you?
I would never understand, but very often I would like go with my dad, especially if he would have to like sometimes because in India, like you don't get off at work at 5 o'clock. It's really strange. I was listening to somebody talk about how it's very similar in Japan as well, and it was like a white dude who's living in Japan, and he was talking about the work culture there, and it's like it's after 5 when people really start working and working hard, because out there it's not like, oh, you've done your task in your day and then the company kind of just trusts you. They're like, well, we got our employees, now we gotta milk as much as we can. So to an extent it's like if you're seen in the office working after like 5 p.m. and you're working till 7 and 9, then it's like your boss is going to be like, oh, he's actually putting in the work. Which is not at all like translating what is actually happening. So oftentimes my dad would like, especially when we were in Jaipur, he would often like go on the weekend to the office. Like the office would be closed, but he would just drop by. And so I would go with him, sit down, and just kind of chill in the office. One of the telecom companies he used to initially work for, which is Reliance. Wow, man, they were cool. They used to have like a kind of like a cyber cafe next to the office, where you could go and play Counter-Strike on a LAN, and it's like everybody in that room is on that Counter-Strike LAN channel. And like super sick. So you'll have like people who work there who are just like chilling, and then you just kill somebody and you hear somebody across the room like, fuck.
No shit. Oh, so you would be playing like locally?
Yeah, local.
Yeah, no kidding. Eh? Oh, that's fucking awesome. That's a good time.
But now, my mom worked a little bit, and then when I was born, she had to stop working. I was pretty chaotic as a child.
Yeah. Were you just like energetic, or were you a dick, or were you just messy?
Energetic.
Yeah.
And then that grew into messy, that grew into destructiveness. And and then my mom had to stop working and then had to be like, okay, I gotta take care of these kids or they're not gonna survive. I would have just been a statistic.
And then would your dad come home like super late normally?
9.
9? Yeah.
9.
Yeah, that's pretty late.
That's pretty late. That's why dinner for us was never at like 4 p.m.
Who the fuck eats dinner at 4 p.m.? That shit bothers me when people are eating dinner. It's like 5:30.
I know.
I'm having lunch.
I've just woken up.
But that's so crazy.
Just woken up. Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes.
Because when I just moved to university here, all my friends were like Canadian. I think we had like 2 Americans in our group, and so all of them were like pretty much brought up with the 6 p.m. is dinner time combo, and so we would have our dinner together right after classes around like 6 o'clock, and then
Right after what? Classes?
classes, and I'll eat my dinner, and then I'll go back to my dorm, and around like 8:39 I'll be hungry again.
Yeah.
Because that's like my natural dinner time.
Right, so what do? You have another dinner. Like, what?
Yeah. And then it's expensive, because now you're like spending dinner, because you just like, I don't know, it is healthier.
Yeah, that's true. You don't want to have a ton of food in your stomach before you go to
Just
bed.
before going to bed. I do understand that, but I think it's crazy when you're having dinner at 4:35.
Stupid.
Do you think we've like invented a dish in a long time?
Oh yeah, I'm sure people are fucking chefs constantly. And most of the time when I'm in the kitchen, whatever it is I'm cooking, I do something.
This was
new
the
with
first
it.
time you've seen it. Start with this pork loin. I don't know what this is. I was just really imagining like how the British Empire basically colonized like
The world.
the world, right? I mean they did,
Yeah.
to their credit.
Yeah.
But they just don't have good food.
They have shit fucking food. They do really have to. They're like notoriously bad for food and teeth.
Yeah, it's super
Shit,
bad.
I'm on the clock. I'm missing 2 and I got burnt popcorn right here.
Are you English?
Probably somewhere in my lineage. If you go back.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Do you think we could be we could pull off Holmes and Watson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like super easy. I just gotta go.
I could pull off these guys. We could pull off this shtick. We have to talk about the fact that you made me watch this shit.
Yeah, we did. We talked about it last time, and I was like, I think this is a movie which is 10 out of 10.
You loved it. You spoke so highly about this movie.
I will repeat and say this movie
Oh.
is still.
Can we know? I'll let you finish that statement so they know you're wrong.
It is still like a 10 out of 10.
Don't. How can I ever respect any rating you give going forward? Are you using the right scale? Or are you going backwards? Okay, so can we do the Rotten Tomatoes score first? Because
Sure.
I
You really want to start there?
I really do. I really
Oh,
do.
man.
What would you rate the Rotten Tomatoes on this movie?
Rotten Tomatoes. I don't think they're gonna be good.
They're not even on the website. It's not. It's like one of those foreign thrillers that has like no score available for critic score, and then like 5 consumer reviews, and it's got like an 18.
I want to give it a score, but I feel like the level of misogyny, bigotry, sexism, racism, and accurate depiction of an Englishman.
You know what? Now I want to score it higher than I was thinking a couple minutes ago.
Right? Okay, I'm gonna give it like. I really enjoyed it. I feel benefit of the doubt to other
Cut it
people
in half.
out there.
Cut
There's
it in half. Whatever number you're thinking.
Oh
cut
shit! I
it
was
in
gonna give
half.
200.
Oh my god.
Okay, I think I'm gonna give it 50 audience.
Okay.
Actually, no. 70 audience, 50 critics.
No. 50 critics?
50 critics.
You know, they can't. No. 70 on the audience? It was a very enjoyable movie. It
I don't
wasn't
think
a good
there's-
movie, but it was very enjoyable.
There's not a part in the movie where I was like, I'm not laughing right now. It had
That's a good
those
point.
beats.
It was yeah.
It had like scene after scene that was just made out to be spectacular. But what do you think?
No. It was made to be ridiculous.
Yeah, and that's the goal. I mean, you're not gonna watch this with the spectacle of like, this is gonna be like Oppenheimer. Right? It's
That's
a very
fair.
different kind
That's
of
fair.
movie.
It's fair. Okay, I need to gauge your.
But don't let me bias you.
Well, I need to understand your bias. Where do you rank this in relation to grown-ups?
This in relation to grown-ups. That's a really good question. I like this more than grown-ups. Primarily because it's a spoof.
I agree. Okay, so then this in relation to Waterboy.
This in relation to Waterboy. Also, I think Waterboy is a sweet movie. I think this is more better than Waterboy.
Yeah, it's a different. I don't know if Waterboy was a pretty good movie.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it in 10 years, but I saw it like 5 or 6 times when I was.
I
a
can
kid.
just imagine like Adam Sandler.
Yeah. I don't know why I'm using those two. I guess like I've never really watched a ton of comedies, but now you need to rate it in relation to Step Brothers.
These Step
So
Brothers,
if you're gonna give this an audience score, or what do you rate Step Brothers? This is 70-50.
I actually like this more.
No, stop talking.
Yeah, I like this more than Step Brothers.
I want a new partner.
Yeah. Well, everybody has their own score, but my score is correct.
Some are wrong.
Exactly, some are wrong.
Alright, so you give this a 70-50. There's no chance. No. No, I refuse to. Okay, but what do you think is, that's your score.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think the world rated this at?
I think the world rated this at like 50 audience and probably like, I don't think this is a movie critics even rated. I would say like probably like 20, 15,
Yeah.
20%.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I wonder how they, if you're going to go into reviewing this movie as a critic, like, I agree with you. You can't rate it on the scale that you rate Oppenheimer. You have to rate it as what it is, and then like the rating should be how well did they do, how good of a job did they do creating what it was they set out to create. So I think your ratings are fair. I don't want to give it a 70 audience
Got
score.
him.
I don't want to give it a 70 audience score. That feels too generous. But I would say I don't think they're going to. I think they're rating it as they're rating any other movie. So I agree. Critic score is going to be shite. Critic score is going to be
There's
30
no
or
story,
sub
there's
30.
nothing, there's no plot line, there's no character arc. There is just ridicule and just chaos.
The story was very weak. I agree.
Yeah.
The story was very, very weak. I didn't feel like it had to be. Like, in Step Brothers has a great story.
Yeah.
It's a great fucking story. This has like, I feel like they already had an outline and a template of what to do, and they tried to make it its own, and they tried to make it unique by Moriarty not being Moriarty, but I didn't feel like they did a good job with the story. So, okay, sub 30 critic score. Audience score.
100.
I don't want to go above 50.
Yeah.
I don't. That's not what I would personally rate it, but I don't want to go above 50. Do you know what it was?
The score?
Yeah.
No, I think it was 10.
Was it really? That would be amazing.
Let's see what we have.
Please tell me it's that.
Whoa!
That's amazing.
We got 10 as the tomato meter.
Yeah. They're both making an L in the poster there, because that's what the movie was. It was a fucking L.
Uh,
You gave it. I want you.
See,
I want you to remember. You gave that a 50-70. It's 10.5.
Yeah, and I still believe it because
Fuck
see
you.
when I'm going to, and this is why I don't like these Rotten Tomato scores or IMDb scores, because it's these scores are heavily biased from people who are like actual critics, and these critics
Are they really? How many reviews did it have? 80? Okay. Yeah, who are these people anyway?
well, I don't know, not people with good taste. Have you seen any other Sherlock movies, shows, books?
Yeah. Robert Downey Jr. His Sherlock Holmes movies, which I feel like they could have been better. I love any extra screen time I get of Robert Downey Jr., but those movies never really managed to capture me as much as I would have liked them to. But he was a great character, and I really like some of the things that they did. The TV shows, Benedict Cumberbatch Sherlock, I watched for a little bit, but there was another Sherlock. Who was the other Sherlock? Wasn't there another Sherlock TV show or something? Was there another Sherlock movie series? That was recent.
There's not on a big scale, but there have been like adaptations of Sherlock for like a super long time, and they have been like, because, I think Sherlock Holmes was kind of one of those first books that I read. I mean, kind of one of the only few books that I ever read. Sir.
Did you read the Sherlock books?
Arthur Conan Doyle?
Yeah.
And it was one story, which is The Hound of Baskerville. And it's basically like a rich house, and this one guy, he kind of like has beef with other family members, and this guy, he has like a hound, basically like a really grown wolf or like a pet, like a wild dog, and essentially he brings like a piece of clothing from the victim and then kind of gives it to the hound to smell. And at night, the hound goes and kills the victim.
No shit, really?
Right?
Oh,
And as a kid,
and so are they just chasing a trail of murders? Yeah, and how soon into the story do they realize that it's a dog, like, doing the killing?
Oh, not till the end.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so they don't find, like, footprints or anything, and they're trying to figure out, like, how does the dog get set on this person?
Exactly. So it's like what happens, and there are like different adaptations to it. Hound of Baskerville, I think, is also in like the Benedict Cumberbatch Sherlock series. He goes to like a lab, and in that they have like this special thing that they release as fog, and so when people inhale it, they have like a fear factor that heightens them, and they'll see the dog,
really?
like Batman and Scarecrow had the Scarecrow
that's
poison.
what I was thinking of. Yeah. I couldn't get there, but
The main thing that I really found super annoying about scores for movies like these is pretty much like my stronghold of like, when somebody sees a score like this, there is no way anything in your body is gonna be like, go spend your
I should
time
watch
on this,
that. Yeah.
right? And then you're probably not gonna watch. And this movie is probably, they come out and then they come on like a streaming platform, and maybe some people see it and then it's gone. And what's really sad is like, because now so many movies are just being outright bought by all these streaming platforms. When they see that, okay, this movie hasn't been played enough times in the last month by enough people to be profitable,
Just gets axed.
and that movie digitally and physically is just gone.
Well, they should have fucking made a better movie.
That's the thing. It's not a bad movie. It's
fair.
It's what you're looking for
Not
out
a
of
good
your
movie.
Huh?
It's not a good movie.
Well.
It was enjoyable. It was very enjoyable. I would consider it a good movie. I had a good time watching it.
Yeah.
I had a good time watching it. All right, so who do we have for the cast there? So we've got, honestly, it was good cast.
So we had pretty decent cast. We got Will Ferrell, J.C. Reilly.
Classic.
They obviously great. I think that was my favorite thing about them doing it, was because Sherlock and Holmes always needs to be a duo thing. What's really important in there is like having a good chemistry, not only on screen, but I think when there is a chemistry off screen as well, it
Mhm.
really shows really good on TV.
Mhm.
Like Benedict Cumberbatch and whoever plays, I remember his name right now. Whoever plays Dr. Watson in that.
Mm.
So well, such a nice
Oh, the British
compliment,
guy, right?
to each other. He's the guy who plays Bilbo Baggins in the Hobbits.
That's where.
I
love that actor. He's great.
He's so good,
Yeah.
right? And then when you see with Benedict Cumberbatch on screen, it's like, oh man, these are like actually buddies who would be like, just chilling out there.
Mhm.
And what I liked about this movie was because of how serious the topic of murder and investigation is. They took that, something that universally has this value that people have been reading books, people have been watching movies, TV shows, and then out of that you're like, here's a spoof. Right?
Just making that parody.
There is not a scent of seriousness in this movie. It's 1.5 hour, and I think this is pretty much the exact representation of like a movie I truly enjoy watching. Because I'll watch a Shawshank Redemption and I'll watch like an Oppenheimer and I'll add it to my letterbox recommendations to show people that I've got good taste. But then those movies are heavy, those movies are committing, and those movies take you through a journey. But if I'm looking for just 1.5 hour of brainless entertainment, this is exactly that.
I have to say, I haven't watched a movie like this in a really long time, and 90 minutes, brainless entertainment, it was fun. Like, I had a very fun time, and I enjoyed it way more than I thought I would. Like, I feel like a movie in this genre that's also a good movie, like Click. That's a good movie that's in this genre, that's just a good time, it's fun, it's lighthearted, it's not very serious. It kind of gets serious at the end.
What's in Click? I don't think I've seen Click.
Oh,
no, I've seen Jim
Adam
Carrey. Jim
Sandler?
Carrey
No.
with the remote.
No, Adam Sandler with a remote.
Adam Sandler with the remote.
Yeah,
Where the remote and can pause stuff and
Yeah, that's a good movie.
Oh, I got it confused with the cable man.
Cable guy.
Cable guy.
Yeah. Who's your favorite character?
Favorite character in this show?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, this movie. I'm gonna go.
See, it was so shit you don't even fucking know what it was.
Bro, it's so amazing. You could say anything. I wish it was the show. Good save. Favorite character in this show was probably gonna be
The movie?
Mrs. Hudson.
Ah, interesting choice.
I loved her accent. I loved her quirkiness. I
was Scottish, right?
Yeah.
Great.
I love that plot line that because Mrs. Hudson until now, all I've seen Mrs. Hudson has been this old lady who's like, oh Sherlock, and this one is like fucking Albert Einstein, and every time you see her, she walks out of Watson's room with the old guy, and it took me like watching that scene like multiple times to realize like, oh, they're actually like celebrities. So she's actually got Albert Einstein and Houdini coming out of Watson's bed, and it's like so nice. And then there's another cutaway where they show when Will Ferrell's like singing and crying about arresting Watson. And then they cut off to Mrs. Hudson lying between like 5 guys, and I was like, respect.
Yeah, she was good. I really like the cat doctor.
Cat doctor.
She was the second doctor. She was the partner to the female
Oh.
doctor.
She wasn't a cat doctor. She was born.
She was raised by cats. And
Yeah,
had, like,
yeah. She's like crazy.
I like that. I like that actress. There's something about her.
She does really awesome movies.
Who else could have done a joke duo?
A joke duo.
What about Michael? No, I was gonna say Jonah Hill and Michael Cera, but no.
Oh,
chance.
gross. No, I don't.
What about Seth Rogen and who's the guy from Pineapple Express? Spider-Man's best friend.
Green Goblin. Son. Harry Osborn.
Why is his name? What's his fucking name? Dave Franco.
No, that's James Franco's brother.
All right, so what about they could have, but I don't like them as much as Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly. They could have done it though. They could have pulled it off.
So casting, I actually was really struck with this a little bit because I often thought about it and
Kind of coming back to what I was talking about earlier, I just felt
there needs to be such strong chemistry between the two characters, and the fact that you have what's his name, Will Ferrell and Riley being together in Step Brothers 1 and 2, and they have that going for them already. So it's kind of hard to replace. I did think about actors like I think Seth Rogen would have been really awesome as a Watson. I think he would have really added
He could have done that, yeah.
crazy part, especially when in the end when Watson gets arrested. I think that part. Seth Rogen
Oh, he
done
would have,
so
he
well.
would have done really well. He would have done really well in that. I got the answer. The two British dudes who are always together who do
America's Got Talent.
what?
Beck and Dan, those two twins. Okay, go on. Sorry, I guess that's not it.
No, they do oh, come on. There's one where there's like it's like the end of the world and they're in a bar. There's the one where they're the police officers and they're in that town.
I know what you're talking about. Hot Fuzz.
Yeah.
Simon Pegg and his friend.
Oh, poor friend.
No, they go actually like way back because he used to be Simon Pegg's friend during like when Simon Pegg was like starting his career.
And he like brought him into all of his movies, right?
Yeah, because he was like, I would be at a bar and like drinking and just saying this random stupid stuff, and then Simon was like, why don't you just come do it on a set?
Yeah,
Sure. And then bro, that whole Hot Fuzz and there's a zombie movie and then End of the World. Those three movies, those two guys, so good.
They could have done. I think they would have actually done it better because they are actually British.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
why not?
they would have. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's the best.
Yeah.
Good job. You shit on my movie.
You know, that shit just runs me up a fucking wall. Shout out to Shane Gillis, yeah. I need your Netflix password again.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice. I can do that.
I need it on my computer. I might have it on my computer. I don't think I've tried to log in for a little while. Okay, so we know Simon Pegg is a better choice.
How much do you think this movie cost to make?
Oh, I don't. You know what? I don't know. I was gonna say I don't know if I prefer that this movie makes money or loses money.
Yeah.
How much did I think it took to make?
Makes
Also,
or lose?
they I don't know. It's Will Ferrell and it's John C. Reilly. It's actually got a really big cast. I don't want to give it more than like $15 million, but they probably threw 40 to 60 million at it.
$15 million? That's so little.
Yeah.
Right? Do you have
But
like...
they don't have what do they have? They have costumes and set. They
They've
gotta pay people.
They've got all these like big characters, right? You've got like so like you have to pay for a director. You got Ethan Cohen. You got Will Ferrell. You got Kelly MacDonald, great actor. You got John C. Reilly, great actor. Rebecca Hall, fantastic actor. Lauren,
Hugh Laurie, yeah.
right? Hugh Laurie, Stephen Coogan. It's like overall, I think just the cost and.
But I don't think they're not investing into this film expecting it to make money.
Exactly.
They can't be. So they're not gonna go over a certain point.
But it's like
they're not paying these people $10 million a pop
Yeah.
to show up on this.
no, or
So-
10 million a pop.
They're not. Yeah,
No.
I mean, I'd say
I mean,
60
most people
million
did a cameo.
max. Yeah,
Right,
sure.
but like people like Will Ferrell taking 10 million, J.C. Reilly taking 10 million.
So what do you think?
I think this will cost like I would say. I think a guess of like 50 million.
Yeah.
Will be
42. 42.
42.
50, I think, is a good guess. Yeah.
That's pretty much what Hollywood is, when you have projects, and that's my biggest beef with Hollywood. right now is they're not greenlighting projects like these anymore, and this is exactly
Because they
the
lose
reason.
fucking money. You gave this a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, because people just gonna they're making movies not for fun anymore. They're making movie like, do you want another I don't know, Fast and the Furious 20?
No, I don't. But you know what? A big part of the problem is like the movie tickets now. Going to the movies costs $50 fucking for two
People don't go to
People
the
aren't gonna.
movies.
I love going to the movies,
Yeah.
but people don't go to the movies all that often.
Because they
so
don't
they're not
need
gonna
to.
fucking spend $20 to go see
Why
that.
go to a movie? Movies are becoming obsolete because you
Yeah.
can just sit at home and watch it on there.
And stream it, and you go through Netflix, and it's like this is a Netflix movie. This is
Yeah.
where that should go. Netflix
Yeah.
should have made this movie.
But this movie, yeah, I will definitely fight for it and defend it.
They won't even fucking fight for it.
They don't need to. They already made their millions off it.
No, actually, they lost their millions on it.
They didn't.
They lost $25 million.
But they didn't. Like the actors and all, they didn't lose
well,
anything.
Of course not.
Right?
Whoever decided to greenlight this piece of shit did.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say Holmes and Watson was a good movie for a reason. Because Holmes and Watson knows what it is, and I think they did a really, really good job at doing that.
Yeah.
But there are movies that that are like in the realm of Holmes and Watson, but try to be serious.
Oh,
and
yeah.
those movies suck.
Oh.
Those are the bad ones. Those are not enjoyable because
They're
they
neither
need to
funny
pick a
nor
lane.
serious. You don't really get the genre until you're like halfway through it, and you're like, oh shit, this is a horror movie.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
So you made a comment on movies that get greenlit and movies that get investment, and like we can agree, like movies a lot of the time, movies nowadays, it's just like they're just redoing movies, remaking movies because they know it'll make an easy buck, but they're not quality. I was watching an interview with Matt Damon who was talking about why movies like Good Will Hunting don't get made anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But Good Will Hunting is a sit down, it's a serious movie, it's like a Shawshank, it's like an Oppenheimer. Do you like Good Will Hunting?
Yeah, it's great.
Do you like
I also like Shawshank. I'm not saying Oppenheimer and those are like not good movies. Those are great, exceptionally well made spectacles for the human eye. Right?
I can tell you like those, but you don't find them entertaining.
No, because the purpose of those movies is not to provide entertainment. You're not supposed to be there sitting and like, ha 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 ha.
But, well, I guess it's...
Let's go, Red. You're also free.
Oh, Red was a really good movie. You saw Red? Bruce Willis, where he's the retired spy.
Spy? No.
You never saw Red? Oh my god! It's like it's this type of vibe. It's like it's James Bond meets Step Brothers, and it's Bruce Willis as the main dude. Yeah,
okay,
and Emily
Blunt.
But you should watch Red. Red's a good movie. But oh god, I can't. I guess it's subjective. It's subjective what entertainment is for you and like why you watch a movie.
I mean, entertainment has changed. Like the movies they used to make. Like people don't go and watch movies these days that much.
Yeah.
Attention spans have gone.
Yeah.
Right. People are gonna probably listen to like the first 10 seconds of this episode, and if they've made it so far, kudos.
Shout out to the three of you.
But
I'll see you all at Christmas.
Hey, Mom.
Hi, his mom on her other device. She's doubling down on views right now.
Right. Please leave a comment.
Like and subscribe.
In English.
What was your favorite scene?
Favorite scene? Oh man.
I got a number of them.
So many. Okay, let's just go one by one.
Yeah, let's just fucking throw them out.
Alright, you go first.
I love the scene where he's going to hit the fly on the tank, and the whole time you just like, he's either going to succeed or it's going to shatter. And you're just watching him do the math, and it's like, oh home, just waiting to see what happens. That was a great scene.
And then it like squishes the bug, and you're like, okay, yeah, and then you.
No, you knew it. I knew it was fucking
okay.
cracking as
It
soon
got
as he hit the button.
me.
Did it? Oh, you didn't see that going?
Oh.
I saw it. I saw that.
I was like
from a
hoping it
mile
was
away.
gonna break, but I was like, oh, it's actually gone. And you're like, no, it's cracking.
What?
And what's really cool is
You have a case full of bees in this movie, and you didn't think those bees were gonna get out?
I don't know how much Sherlock you've seen, but that calculations that he shows, it was actually very legit. And that's what I really liked about like this movie was like they show him 2 times doing it.
Mhm.
Oh no, 3 times. One is when he does it with the bees, then he's in that fighting ring,
Yeah.
and then he does it in the end when it's like how do you get the queen away from the bomb,
Yeah.
and he would get distracted by a villain.
Yeah.
And and it's so cool. Like you just watch those calculations come in because you probably don't see a lot of details, or it's harder to focus on a lot of details, but it just feels like, oh man, this is nice.
Those were always my favorite things in the Sherlock movies. I just wish I had 10 more of those, in every single one of those movies. What was a good scene?
Good scene? Oh. When they come back from the guy who was poisoned and found in the cake, and then Watson comes and sits down, and Sherlock gives him this tea, and he sips it, and he's like, I don't feel so well. Maybe I'm coming down with some, like, you've been poisoned, Watson. and then the symptoms he has are so funny, like body dysmorphia. You look so fat.
Yeah.
And it ends with lactation.
Yeah.
He's like, fucking River Nile. Bro, so there's also one thing I love about Hollywood, which is something that is not there in other countries and something really undervalued. The ability to roast historical figures and people of importance. And it's like so cool, and I would always talk to my dad when I would like watch like James Bond movies or something. And it's like you watch something and it's like, okay, the Eiffel Tower is getting blown into pieces, or there's an attack, and it's because in India it's like, oh, you make a joke about something like a god or something, and it's like, okay, a movie's not shown anywhere. People will take posters and burn it everywhere. And so that freedom of expression, and this is something I've always believed, because obviously politics, blah blah, but how information is differently shown in different parts of the world. About, like, for example, in China the world map is in the center, with China in the center, right? And so
in America, the fucking United States is bigger than Australia.
Oh, you guys see other things on the map?
Yeah, but we just don't learn about it.
They're like, my land, my land, my land.
We know they exist, and we also know they're not important enough to learn about. That's what they incept to
We
us.
just want to look for India, man.
What do you actually rate this movie?
What do I actually rate this movie? There was this one scene.
Just can you before you just remember it sucks.
Huh? Are you talking to me? You're talking to me?
I'm talking to you. There was this one scene.
There was this one scene when Sherlock is like trying to find like where the bomb is, and then he's like, I can't find it, and then what's his name? John, he comes in like, mine, Tucky, I'm doing it, right? And then he tries to do the calculation, like Sherlock was doing, and then he breaks it down, and he's like, is that a 4? Oh no.
Boom. It blows up.
Then he goes and throws it away, and then obviously saves the day, and then everybody's like, Sherlock Holmes has saved the day, and he's like, no, it was Watson. Just remember, whenever your family is making their trip on the Titanic, it was Dr. Watson who put that there.
Forever associate this name. Man, in that scene though, when they do the first one, and it's like, I 60 seconds and he's calculating. And I was like, okay, 47 seconds. They kept playing that. I thought that was a very clever string of jokes.
Yeah, that's something that's improved in movies, like that attention to detail.
Mm-hmm.
Because like, I can imagine like they're having movies where it's like 60 seconds and then they recalculate 60 seconds. But they're like, no, actually, I used these seconds to calculate.
Yeah. Well done.
This movie is full of like such awesome scenes. They're playing like sports in the. The camera selfie with the queen.
Oh, and the killer. Yeah.
And then sending dick pics through the.
The drunk call through Telegram.
Call.
Yeah. That was clever.
That was the scene I was like, this could not be there because it doesn't add like a lot of connection or value to like the story or just the
What story?
The plot that is kind of trying to be happening and what's actually going on into the story itself. But when you connected,
I don't know. Go on.
yeah, when you connected with the previous scene of them like doing the camera and it's like, oh yeah, this is we'll take the picture. Oh, I'll take it. I call it like a self camera, right?
Yeah.
And then the best way is to make like a duck face mouth.
Yeah. Great. Yeah, they broke into modern commentary, I think, very well. But with the telegram scene, I feel like that actually was a pretty well placed seed for the overarching storyline because at the end they had to play on the romance, right? Because every movie needs a romance, right?
Yeah.
This was the romance of the film, and then the place that they needed a middle step from the initial interaction. This was the middle step great joke, right? And then they resolve the romance by referencing the scene. She was like,
Steve Lawrence.
I forget exactly how it happens in the movie, but it was like, you left me a great voice message or something the other night, and that was where they kind of come together at the end of the movie. So that was the reference point. That was the scene they placed.
True.
So I felt like that had a place in it. What about when with the fucking homeless kids, the news kids? Which, by the way, I don't know if this happened to you, but when they're shouting for papers, all I could hear is oysters, clams, and cuckles.
No, that never happened.
That didn't happen for you? I just couldn't get away from hearing Arya Stark.
I got it. Oh man, watching Bella Ramsey in it, and then she says the most iconic dialogue ever.
What does she say?
No shit, Sherlock.
Oh, yeah.
And it's my favorite thing to tell somebody whenever they give me the most obvious things, like, no shit, Sherlock.
Yeah. That's great. I didn't pick up on that, but when you mentioned it, I was like, oh, yeah, that was clever that they stuck it in there. I like when they say, yeah, because of you wank. He comes out and is like, the queen's gonna die in 2 days. He's like, yeah, because of you wank.
I think that's a good point. That a good movie is one that knows what it is.
Yeah.
Right?
And then how well do they execute that?
Yeah, like creates the right expectations and surpasses those expectations.
It's why a bad ending pisses me off. Because you can have a movie that knows exactly what it is and does a great job at making the movie and creating the tempo, and then a weak fucking ending. Or a cliche ending. Or they cop out. They don't have the balls to do something creative, something with impact, and they just do, the standard run-of-the-mill, good guy saves the day. And it's like, or the girl gets away at the end of the horror movie. No, kill them both.
Yeah.
Kill them all.
Because it's so simple, man. Like, when you watch a good movie, and like, I'm not talking about like this, I enjoy a movie, but like when you watch a good movie, it's a good movie. There is hard reasons to like debate it, but when it's just not nicely done, you can have literally all the boxes checked, you can have all the money in the world, but it's just not good. And that really translates, and it's really crazy because I only started appreciating more film. I used to watch behind the scenes videos a lot, but actually appreciating it when Sahil started getting into film, and he would like, cause I would like go visit him in India during like school break, and then he would be like working for advertisements, and that's how he started his career, and he would like be shooting ads, and it's like, oh, you see this an ad that shows up in between your movie, and you already really hate this ad because it's stopping your climax scene.
Yeah.
But there's somebody who's putting in $100 million for this ad campaign, and then there's a whole group of people that are like meeting together to just make this one ad, which is a minute and a half at max, but it's gonna take a whole 2-3 days to shoot even, and then getting all that combined and clean just made me value like the effort it takes to go into a movie more. But at the same time, when I'm looking to judge a movie, I throw that away because it's
You what?
I throw that away because it's like I understand that, but then I also want to not take away focus from the final result.
Yeah.
Because at the end of it, this is what I'm giving like an hour and a half or 3 hours even towards something. I'd rather feel good about it at the end.
Yeah, I agree. I think and I want to work to change your mind about serious movies not being entertaining, but we'll get there. We'll get there. So we need to decide our next movie, and we also need to rate Holmes and Watson. And I think you've given me a number of points that make me feel more positively about the film, even though it sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give it an enjoyment score. I don't what I give Wolf of Wall Street.
You did. Oh, we had the same. We had 8 for that.
8? Okay, I'm gonna give this. I don't want to give this a 7. I want to give it a 6.5. But 6.5 feels low because of how much I enjoyed it. So I'm gonna give this a 7. And you said 70 for audience earlier, so I'm gonna let this have a 7. How well do I think they did with it? I think they could have done a lot better. I think I want to give it like a 40.
40?
I feel like they could have done better with the story. The story really did. I was entertained thoroughly by all of the jokes, but I never once cared about the overarching. And it's like they could have done that better. Like the villain and the chase of them and the murders sucked.
Yeah, there's no murder.
It was terrible. So I'm gonna give it a 40-70.
40-70. Oh, you did do scores.
I think I'm gonna give this a 6.
Really?
A 6.
How did you end up lower than I did? You said 10 at the start of the movie.
Well, because I don't want to, like, if we're trying to have, like, a scale of, like, movies, even though this is something I really enjoyed, I have to keep in mind that then when I go and give somebody an 8 and 9, that's what it means, of how good that is. I don't want to just be handing out the score. And
you better not fucking take a quality serious movie and give it a goddamn 6 and put it next to this. Give this 2 scores. I need a barometer for that shit.
No, I feel like then that movie, I just feel it's that shit. Or honestly, that movie is as good as this movie is. It deserves a 6.
I hate the way you phrase that. Alright, teach their own even though you're wrong. Okay, you give it a 6. I give it a 40-70. A single score? 5.5. And that's actually, that's right in the middle.
5.5?
Okay, that makes sense, yeah.
Sick?
Yeah.
Nice. We got a 5.5?
Okay.
Can I, 5.5, what does that kind of leave us with?
Background noise.
Background
And
noise.
fall asleep to it, then it's right there in the middle. Okay.
Background noise.
It's getting to the point where it's out of, fall asleep to into paying attention to.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do want to work and I like the this one green lighted this film. I also like one time watch.
I do too.
I
like background noise. We should change 6 to 8.
Change this.
That's gotta go.
And even this, I want to have something more.
Yeah, this should be like recommend to anyone.
I want to do recommend it to everyone. I was gonna show this to my kids.
it should be in the 6 to 8 because it's like it doesn't have to be amazing, but it's good enough. Yeah.
And it's like, because I think it'll be really cool and
worth my kids' time.
Time.
My dad used to do a Friday night at the movies with us, and every single Friday we wouldn't go to the movies, but every Friday we would have junk food Fridays. So we would wake up and he would make us like pancakes, or we would get to have sugary cereal or something.
Nice.
And then we would come home and we would sit down in the living room and he would make popcorn and we would always watch a movie, and he would choose great movies like classics.
Man, I want to be like that for my kids. Because I think majority of the I tell people this when they tell me your English is so good. I tell them it's like, because I used to watch Star Wars and the westerns with my dad, and I think dads just have that ability to provide. Like, I think as a dad, having a library of movies ready.
Yeah.
Right?
Fuck yeah.
With my kids, I am not watching some movies right now that I really want to, because I'm like, no, these are gonna be the first ones I'm gonna watch with my kid.
Yeah, really.
Like,
and
there's
you're
some,
saving them to watch for the first time with them? Wow, no kidding.
Yeah, they're
I could have
some there's this dinosaur movie, or there's a Jimmy Neutron movie that I've been wanting to watch, because they're really old, bad quality, broken down.
Sure.
But my kid is gonna have a chip in his head. He can just download. You're done.
My kids aren't getting an iPad. They're gonna get a fucking DVD and a DVD player. Sit down and watch a fucking movie. That one makes me nervous. Okay, so we've got rated. So before we wrap, here's your shot to direct the show. Got a movie you want us to cover? Something underrated, overhyped, or just weird as hell? Let us know in the comments, and we might feature it in an upcoming episode.
If you enjoyed hanging with us, hit follow. Leave us a 5-star rating. Or just scream our podcast name out of your car window.
What's behind the scenes?
We obviously accept all forms of support.